How's it going, guys? I'm Fishman. We went into the Fishnet earlier this week. Today we went through some octopus guard attacks from deep half into the octopus guard and then how we took the back. And then the second technique, we went deep half into wader and then taking the back from the octopus position. Hope you guys enjoyed the techniques. We're going to start with our knee shielded, 2 hands on the bicep. I'm going to take my knee out of the way, and as I take that knee out of the way, I sit up for an underhook. Okay? From here, I use a scoop grip. My right hand goes underneath his hamstring. Okay? And then I'm just pulling him like up on top of me so I can get a bit of a knee torque or my heel back heeling towards my butt here. Okay? If we go for the knee torque, I try to come up from this position, but I'm actually just going to swing my legs all the way to my left side. And just hug the near leg. Okay, sometimes when we grab around the hip here. Okay, for this move, I'm just going to grab around this near leg, and I just want to stay nice and kind of compact here. First thing, I do not want to let anyone get my underhook on the side. Okay, if he gets an underhook, he makes this really difficult position for me. So we want to keep my elbow tucked to my rib cage. You can even grab the belt, or you can even completely hide your hand under his leg here. Okay, so make sure this elbow is nice and tucked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the pants, and all I'm going to do is put my butterfly hook behind his foot here, and I'm going to extend until I can pop out behind him here, okay? His reaction is usually he's going to like turn into the space, and he falls into this pocket. If you're here yesterday, this is the same kind of grip we had around the back, okay? Yesterday I talked about being really high up, okay? Today we're actually in a different position. We're like around all the way outside the back, whereas yesterday, if we just go into that half guard position we were in yesterday, okay, I'm locked on this leg, okay, and in this position, if Jet tries to cross face me, he can reach around and really, start cross facing me, okay. Whereas the position we are in now is a bit different, okay. When I come out and swoop behind him here, I'm already nearly on the back, okay. Jet's going to turn into me. Okay, and we have this same kind of grip around each other, okay? All I need to do here is just build up to an elbow, and we're gonna bump him to try to take his back. So I'm gonna use my knee into the kind of belly here, give him a bump, step my leg between his legs, and then I can just shift around and look for my back take from here, okay? I know it's a lot of steps, but I'm gonna walk you through this, and it's gonna be nice and easy for you guys. So first step is just to get into deep half, okay? 2 hands on the bicep. We're gonna come up for an underhook, a scoop grip, and then rather going for my knee torque, I'm just gonna shoot my legs all the way in this direction, and I'm gonna be underneath him under this leg here, okay? From here, all I want you to do is put a butterfly hook behind his calf. I'm gonna extend it over top of my head, and then allow him to like fall into this pocket here, and reach around the back, okay? From here, all we have to do now is I build up to an elbow. I use my knee in his belly, and as I bump, I set my leg up, I sit, and now I switch for bicep control to keep my chest glutes his back, and then we have our seatbelts. Okay? So let's go through this one more time here. First step, if you've never done deep half before, is just getting into that position. Okay? So I take my knee shield out, I get my underhook, I get my scoop grip, and I turn my legs all the way towards this side here, hugging this leg here. Like I said, keeping your elbow tucked. I don't want the space between my elbow and my rib cage. Probably the easiest would just be to grab his belt and keep your elbow tucked here, okay? From here, I get my butterfly hook behind his calf, okay? And what I want to do is just extend him so I can pop my head between his legs so I'm out on this side here, okay? I'm just going to have one small detail here. If you can grab the lapel, this is a really powerful grip. So as Jet turns to face me here, okay, you have the lapel, it's almost like a bar across the back here. If I'm kind of lazy and I leave any space, Jet can like start turning back into me, and if you go for like a near-sided hook here, he can start like, getting into a really good passing position from here, okay? Whereas when I have that lapel grip, okay, it's like a wedge across his back, and it's very hard for him to turn back into me and do anything now. And now, very easy for me to get up to my elbow, bump, step that leg up, and then switch for your seatbelt there. Okay. You guys want to see one more time?
Sure.
Yeah. So we're in the knee shield. We go for an underhook. We go for our scoop grip. And now we're transferring to deep half. So I'm just swinging my legs. I'm facing my right. I'm just going to spin them all the way to my left and hug the near leg. Okay? From here, we're just looking to get my butterfly hook in underneath the calf. Looking to extend it overhead and pop out the back door here. Okay? I want to wedge jet between my elbow and my rib cage and my knee. So if there's like any loose space here and I'm just lying on my back, he's going to get in good position. I want to stay really compact here and wedge him in. Like use your knee into your chest. You want to kind of catch him in the space here, okay? And then as well, if we have this grip, okay, if we have this lapel grip, make it like a bar across his back. Okay, that's just going to keep everything even tighter, okay? From here, all I want to do is build up to an elbow, give him a big bump, so knee into his belly there, and then we're going to just shift around. So I'm just putting my knee on the ground, and I'm just sliding around, reaching for the bicep, the front of the shoulder here, and getting my seatbelt control, okay? Guys, let's give that a try. If you have any questions, just call me over. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Into deep half. The beginning doesn't. The beginning stays the same. We're not changing anything. So underhook, scoop grip, pulling yourself underneath him, extending your legs in this direction, and hugging this leg here. Okay? I always prefer deep half is a good position. Obviously, if you're hiding that underhook. But I always feel if I can get my legs as another layer between us, I feel more comfortable. Okay, if it's a big guy and his weight is sitting on my chest, it's not the most ideal position. Okay, I always prefer if I can go into like waiter, where my legs are like an intermediate position, I much prefer that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my hand, okay, my palms facing down, I just get my wrist along his ankle here, okay, and then my right arm's at the belt, or the drawstring here, okay? From here I wanna wedge this knee underneath, okay, underneath his thigh or his hamstring here, and then as I get him to this position, I can go for a deeper bicep grip, and then I just retract my other foot into the crook of his knee here. Okay, so let's just go through that again. Everyone's getting into deep half perfect. Okay, so this time I actually switch to the belt. Okay, I go wrist deep at the ankle, and then I'm just looking to get this right leg, knee jammed under his hamstring here. Okay, as I start getting a deeper grip, his knee bends, and then it just makes a nice little natural hook you can get with the waiter. So this is what we call waiter guard. It's just like deep bicep grip. It's similar to X guard. If I continue to face him, okay, I can switch into X guard, but I actually want to keep this grip underneath and stay underneath him here. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to use my butterfly or my waiter hooks here to extend him overhead, and I just circle my head out. Exact same position. Obviously, if your partner stays like this, like sometimes the partner on top's not giving the best reaction, and if he stayed like this, I'm probably going to go crab ride. But most of the time, people want to turn back into you and like face you. So they, yeah, exactly, and then they just fall in this pocket where they give you this grip here. Okay. From here, it's all about getting up to your elbow. Okay. Make sure you're nice and tight here. I don't want to leave space where he can start getting stepping around, as well as if you can bring this elbow inside here. Yeah. And re-pummel in here, okay? So when you get this grip around the back, just keep your elbows tucked to your chest and make sure you kind of like you're wedged around him here, okay? So it's nice and tight. Up to the elbow, same thing we're doing. Bumping. As I bump, my right foot steps, and that's already my first hook in, okay? Now it's just a matter of getting up to my left knee so I can slide around, and then I worry about the seatbelt control. So I usually grab the bicep and get my seatbelt from there, okay? So, exact same entry, we're just adding an intermediate position from the deep half. So, everyone's getting into deep half perfect. Now to get into waiter, I'm gonna switch right arm to the belt, left wrist to the ankle here, okay? My knee just wedges in underneath his hamstring. I wanna make sure you go bicep deep. That's gonna get a bend in his knee, and then you're just gonna pull your ankle free. Not that it's wrong, but like if you just left it here, he's probably going to jump on an ankle lock. So we're just trying to stay safe and put my ankle in a safe spot here. Okay, from here, we can extend overhead. I can circle into crab ride, or if you just pull him on top of you, he falls into this pocket here. I go for the grip around the back, up to your elbow, bump, step your leg, and then we just switch, bring your leg around. for the back take. Okay? You guys want to see one more time? Yeah. So same thing, knee shield, half guard, underhook, scoop grip, pulling yourself underneath, this leg here. Okay, from here, wrist goes deep, hand goes to the belt, and all I want to do is wedge my knee to make space here. I go bicep deep. Okay, now I get a bend in his knee, and I can just circle my foot behind that knee. Extend overhead, circle your head outside, and then you're pulling him back on top of you. Okay, locking your legs on the outside. You can try to pull a twister hook in. Okay, you can do the exact same thing. I just find I prefer, it's just a matter of my personal preference. I like the bump with the knee. Whereas with the twister hook, if it's a big guy, it's a lot of like an arch to get him over to the other side. So if you're strong with the twister hook, by all means, this is an excellent way to take the back. It's just my preference that I like more the bump to bump him up. Step the leg, and then we're mobile to start coming around to finish the back take. Okay? Any questions, guys? We're okay? Yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3.